Nevertheless, conditions are greatly improved on the route to Nicosia, where I heard the unfortunate information concerning an American registered aircraft with 2 Australians in an Aero Commander, which is quite a large and sophisticated aircraft. They believe it's crashed in the Alps. Apparently it's been missing since the first or second night. This is most unfortunate and most upsetting. In actual fact, because this has happened, needless to say, it's going to make us even more cautious from now on. Not that we've been careless, but we're going to send a cable back home tonight we caught up with the Mooney here. Actually, we could have made Badena, except for one thing. They demanded that we climb to 10,000 feet to cross between Beirut and Damascus. And you can imagine the poor little Victor. It was on full throttle for 2.5 hours. From the time we left Bahrain to Nicosia to the time we arrived here, overhead here at 10,000 feet, and then put it into a spiral dive and came down and landed on the airport. In fact, we've had quite a worrying evening because we get up there and we find a cable saying that under no circumstances were Australian or American registered aircraft permitted to fly over the airway between here and Bahrain, which is the only route really between here and Bahrain. Came through from Ian Perry in London saying disregard any previous messages, you're quite entitled to go down this route, you've received authority to do so. And the blokes on the control tower here said that for us to do this, we've got to sign a declaration that we take full responsibility, not that they ever take. 35 local time, 0635 Greenwich Mean Time. And we've been out from Damascus for about an hour, 20 minutes actually. We didn't get away from Damascus on time this morning, even though we slept in the terminal. Mainly because icing on the wings, thick ice all over the wings, and we couldn't get this ice off until after the sun rose. Across Jordan without any incident, I say this with my fingers crossed. Iraq is coming up now, and we've got our problems. First spot will be Badena. I think everything should be all right, but I will advise you further on this week.
Yes, well, the newspaper cuttings and articles and memorabilia have got ahead of the commentary at this stage. That's actually our race card with the 39 landings on and the 9 compulsory landings that they made for us. But as we mentioned earlier, before the start of the air race, it was an end in itself. It was a means of getting back to Australia with some purpose. And our objective was hopefully to get back before the cut-off time on the 30th of December. But as the next recording will show you, even when we're in Bali, only a matter of 48 hours away, we still didn't think we'd make Australia before the cut-out time. That's the folks, by the way, waiting at Adelaide to welcome us.
Stage there must have been 50 people, all the scouts and guides coming around shaking hands in the house. We had dinner there with them, Indonesian food, and then we had an interview for Radio Indonesia. Actually in English, although I did end up by saying Selamat Tahun Baru kepada teman-teman dan sahabat-sahabat kami di Indonesia, terima kasih, which means Happy New Year to all our friends and neighbours in Indonesia, and thank you. How far we expected to get today? I said, well, Bali, which is our hope. We certainly hope we can make Bali tomorrow, today, and tomorrow we can make Timor, and that'll make it the 30th when we fly across to Darwin, and possibly from the 30th we'll fly all night, reaching Adelaide on the 31st. Probably too late for the race, or I'm quite certain too late for the finish of the race, but we'll be there in time for the Sydney leg. But
well, these slides are actually of our welcome back to Colandina. More of that later. Apart from the pessimism in the last broadcast, let's have a look at the next one that I have.
The track, we may have to divert a little, we'll see. estimate Darwin, well, I think it's about 8 o'clock tonight, actually. Let me see, Greenwich Mean Time, we estimate Darwin at 1007. No, on the radio from the Lightning. But you listen to what we're listening to. Yes, well, she's leading us into Darwin at the moment. Great to hear Australian radio again. We have a lot of mixed thoughts at the moment, but we won't tell you about them now. I think we'll get down to it and get into Darwin on time. And we're going to make it before the end of the race, which is beyond our wildest dreams. So we're thrilled with our back team.